Tony D and Little Joan with a screenwriter's rant on Adam the First, starring David Duchovny, a drama movie that, I don't know, it just doesn't seem right for Fox Mulder. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books, links in the description. Comedy Horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys, books 1 through 13, available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. And don't forget, I am at WildCon in Wildwood, New Jersey, at the Wildwood Convention Center today from 10 to 4. It's Saturday. So hope to see you there. Okay. So it's pretty, I mean, this guy is the main character. He's a kid, he's growing up, and his dad, played by Duchovny, takes him out in the woods one day and says, "Son, I'm not your father." So, big drama. But I guess he's meant to be some sort of ex-con or survivalist, so he wears a beard, he's got a bunch of crazy tattoos, but I don't know, man, he just still looks like Fox Mulder to me. Seems like they should have really messed him up, like shaved his head, given him face tattoos maybe, dyed his hair, given him a hat, I don't know. He just looks like Fox Mulder. And the drama is, you know, pretty decent premise, I'll say. This kid learns that his father's not his father and then goes on a hunt for his real father, right, Jim? You see, like, you put all the tattoos on him you want, but it's not going to really make a difference. It still looks like Fox Mulder without a shirt. he's just Duchovny is Duchovny. And look, I'm not the president of the Duchovny fan club, but I remember him from one of the biggest TV shows on television in the 90s, The X-Files, and then he was in a bunch of mainline movies for years. This isn't the right role for him. He doesn't look like a guy who lives in a trailer with his wife and kid. He just doesn't look that way. Now, you could junk him up a little more. Maybe he'd get there, but ultimately, he just looks like David Duchovny. He looks like Fox Mulder undercover. Well, you know, he didn't even change his voice, really. His voice sounds exactly the same. And look, not every actor can do accents or something. I get it. You don't want to do an accent that you're not good at. Maybe he didn't get paid enough to do it. It's a lot of work. But is this the best Hollywood could give to David Duchovny? Now, the kid's fine. The plot probably goes something like this. Kid finds out his dad's not his dad, goes on a quest. You know, that's the beginning of the first act. Second act, he's out on the road. I think he meets someone in jail who may or may not be his father. It looks like this guy has something to do with it. Maybe he's tied into it somehow. I'm not sure. He looks like a leader of a religious cult. Yeah, look at the company. It just, you know, it's the same sort of sad expression. He's got the same energy as Fox Mulder. So, except he just doesn't have a shirt on. Anyhow, the kid's looking for his dad. He has various misadventures. Eventually, he has to, at the end of it, he has to confront his real dad, or his biological dad, I'll say, with a gun to get him to listen to him. I think the guy who's his dad is some sort of motivational speaker, and he, like, holds him at gunpoint while he asks him a bunch of questions. And even the kid, I gotta say, doesn't strike me as the kind of kid to do that. Right? Like, to me, if you're going to cast two guys, a father and son kind of group of, you know, lower income, kind of sketchy people, David Duchovny would definitely not come to mind. David Duchovny, to me, is more clean cut. Like the other show he's in the Pet Sematary show, the prequel to Pet Sematary, as Judd Crandall's dad. Again, doesn't do a New England accent that I could hear. Looks like Fox Mulder, again, undercover. Like, you know, he doesn't have to be an FBI agent in anything, but like David Duchovny as a lawyer, I can see that. David Duchovny as a CEO, or a police captain, or, you know, a guy who wears a suit for a living. I could see that. Or a guy who dresses nice. I just don't see this Duchovny. I know, it's weird, but it just seems to be miscast. But actors are actors. They got to take jobs when they can get them. I get it. And he's a name. Maybe he wants to do something more dramatic, and this was the one script he liked. Sure. Just seems like the kid and him don't feel like right for these roles. Maybe it's the costuming. Maybe if they had, if they put a bandana on his head, I don't know, something to make him look a little more survivalist, guy in the woodsy. You know, maybe give him long hair. I mean, look at his haircut. That's a nice haircut. I don't think a guy living in a trailer out in the woods with his wife and kid who's hunted by the cops is going to have that nice of a haircut. It's just going to be a mess like this. He's going to look like he hasn't had a haircut in months because he doesn't want to go to town and get spotted by the cops. His son is a little closer to the mark, but even he just seems like a nice kid in terms of his look. Seems like he should be in a high school drama or a high school comedy, or, you know, seems just like a normal kid. Doesn't seem to be like guy who lives in the trailer with his dad kind of guy. Maybe that's on purpose because his dad is not that guy. But I don't know. And the trailer itself is a little obtuse. I'm not exactly sure what's going on. Some of it's a little off to me. Maybe making some wrong calls here. What's the end? I don't know. It's a drama. Probably not the big happy family reunion. Probably something sad and tragic. And we all learn something, I guess. Adam the First got a sort of a vague religious overtone to it, but you know, is this the best you can offer David Duchovny, Hollywood? Seriously. I mean, you want to give him a drama, I don't know, give him something that it doesn't require changing him. Like, even in that Meg Ryan movie that he was just in, he looked good in it. I mean, the movie didn't look good, but he looked fine in the role. Because he was playing a guy in an airport in a suit on his way, you know, runs into Meg Ryan, they get stuck at the airport. That seemed to fit him. This, you know, it looks like he looks out of place here. Just doesn't fit to me. Now, maybe that's because I know him from the X-Files show. But that's a factor in casting. Or a factor in your costuming. Now, maybe he didn't want to shave his head or dye his hair or whatever. Maybe, I mean, a lot of times a guy with his name doing, I'll say, lower budget movies, they're going to do as many as they can in a year. And his agent's booking them left and right. He's there for 2 weeks and that is it, man. You better get all the scenes because then he is gone on to another set. And he's making $300K, $500K, $200K, here or there, everywhere. Which is why he doesn't want to change his look too much. And it's part of the bringing in the audience. Like, if he looks not enough like David Duchovny, people don't recognize him in the trailer, and they go, oh, who's that? This movie has nobody in it I recognize. So I kind of get that too, but if that's the case, then I think you need to give him something, I don't know, a little closer to his look. But that's just me. Would I see the movie? Probably not. I mean, generally I don't see dramas like this. I mean, maybe if I heard it was, oh, it's amazing, you gotta see it. And I don't think Duchovny is, since he's not the main character, I suspect he's in the beginning and then maybe in a scene at the end. Once the kid leaves home, I think Duchovny's out of the movie. There seems to be some drama where his wife gets shot in the beginning too. So there's a lot going on here. There's a car accident. The kid runs away from the cops. I mean, there's a lot going on. I'm not quite sure how to, it all comes together. And if he confronts his real dad with a gun, it probably doesn't end well. And I don't want to see movies that end that way. Anyhow, that's it for me, Tony D, and Little Joan, standing on the floor. I don't know, she wants something. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for coming by. Hopefully at the Wildwood Convention Center in Wildwood, New Jersey today, Saturday, from 10 to 4. Hope to see you there. We'll see you in the next one.